1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm counting my black t-shirts. Now I've lost count. 1, 2.
That's nice. You should take a video of those t-shirts.
Who would want to watch a video of my black t-shirts? That would be pretty desperate content making.
You print them?
I don't think anybody would want to watch that. I wouldn't. Be boring as anything. Welcome to TEEXB Online headquarters here in sunny Dubai. Camera lady, just have a little look out the window at the camera. You show the Emirates Towers there, please. Burj Khalifa, somewhere in the distance. A crane moving, all the good stuff. This is 2nd December Street. Hope not giving away too much sensitive information about where TEEXB Online is located. But it's in my apartment, funnily enough. So, it's not a business or anything crazy like that. It's a hobby. But I do have a website where you could, if you wanted to, purchase, I suppose, some t-shirts. So who would watch a video about some guy counting his t-shirts? Well, hopefully you. Because I've got lots of them, as you can see. And I thought I'd talk about some of the designs and prints that I've come up with over the past, not that long, 2.5 years of printing t-shirts. How does that sound? Stick around, or don't stick around. Doesn't really matter, does it? To be honest, I'm averaging about 22 views per video I put onto YouTube. You could boost that to 23, or you could keep it stuck at 22. It's not exactly life-changing, is it? Anyway, let's get cracking with the knacking. This is t-shirt number 1. We're going to change cameras though, so the camera lady doesn't have to hang around for the next 20 minutes. Right, so kicking off in no particular order. This is a rock and roll t-shirt. Guns N' Roses, Saturday 5th of April. I think this was from 1984, from one of their flyers when they were still a regular gigging band before they hit the stadium era and before Axl began sounding so much like Mickey Mouse. When was the last time you saw a real rock and roll band? The Whiskey A Go Go. You can go over there, Whiskey A Go Go. So the next t-shirt up, t-shirt number 2 for those who are counting. Well, this one is Sons of Satwar. I know, it's a hilarious take on the Sons of Anarchy. That's their logo. Disclaimer, I didn't exactly pay copyright for that. Cool t-shirt though, Plant Street with the weed. Sons of Satwar. Satwar, of course, the most badass district of Dubai. Formerly. Now maybe it's somewhere else like Al Barsha. No, of course not. Satwar's still OG Central. After maybe Muthaina. Right. Oh, this one hasn't printed so good. So we'll show you the good, the bad and the ugly. This one says Hoople Head. It also has something spilled on it, I think. Probably buffalo wing. Sauce. Hoople Head, of course, was Al Swaranjan's. It's not even printed great, that one, is it? Never mind. It's amongst the pile. I'll give this one away free, I guess, if anybody ever buys a t-shirt. It was Al Swaranjan's favourite term to describe the not so bright residents of Deadwood. Unquestionably the best HBO show ever to go out. Oh! Or is it? Because then you got The Wire and you got The Sopranos in contention. However, I'm sticking with it. I'm going Deadwood. Right. Huge black t-shirt. Tiny little red weed leaf. Quite cool though, yes. That was just one we printed. That's in honour of the herb. Oh, this one is hilarious. You know the Foo Fighters? Well, this is the 5 Footers. See what I've done there? Very clever. Their logo, obviously. But change the words around. Well, not the words, the letters. The Foo Fighters becomes the 5 footers. In fact, I sold a couple of these, so people did quite like that one. The others you've seen so far, by the way, none. Right. Now. This is one of our... what's that say? Satwa rum. 48% to 54% variable. To be honest, I was a bit experimental with this one. Sorry, some of these are looking a bit creased, but hey ho, there you go. I didn't exactly steam each and every one before the video. Established 1984. Quality control. Skull and crossbones. 100% small batch. Copper still date molasses. It's just a bit of fun, wasn't it? Satwa rum. Wasn't a great print, that one, to be honest. Oh, I like this one. Simple, punky, funky. Just says reject, stamped upside down. I think I probably watched a rig rundown with the guitarist from the Misfits, and I thought, oh, that'll make a cool t-shirt. Not that he has one of these, by the way, just I thought the whole concept of being a reject was quite like a misfitty type thing. Probably one of my favourites, most worn t-shirt, straight out of Satwa. Of course, it is a take on Straight Outta Compton, and as we've discussed previously, Satwa is the UAE's equivalent to Compton. Straight out of Satwa. That has been a popular t-shirt. I would say probably my best seller. Oh, by the way, it does come white with black ink, which would be the traditional way of printing it. However, that one is black with white ink, if you need to make it a bit more slimming sometimes. IED, go for yourself. So, what is this one? Oh, well, my band, IED. Borderline defunct now. And go for yourself. Just nice gesture. That's basically how we felt about things at the time. Great band, by the way. They're on SoundCloud, IED_the band. Go and check them out, I insist. Great fun gigging over the years in Dubai. This was one for World Cup season. 3 lions, 1, 2, 3. Might be a bit difficult to make out, in fact, but they are lions on this one. And a 6 and a 6, a domino. 6-6, 66, 1966. The year of England's World Cup. 3 lions, just if you want something different than a mass manufactured Umbro, Nike, Adidas. I don't even know who makes the England shirt strip these days. Is it Umbro still? Probably not. Now this one's in the middle. Middle for diddle. Man, I like this t-shirt. I won this one a lot. It is pretty good print. I think you'll agree. This is Tom Morello playing his guitar. Cool. Really like that one. Right, so this isn't even a t-shirt. Why is it not a t-shirt? Doesn't have sleeves. This is what they call in the trade a tank top. It's even more rock and roll than a t-shirt. And what could be more rock and roll than just a plain black tank top? How about a tank top with Slash and Ozzy Osbourne, Ozzy and Slash, both flicking you the bird? That is rock and roll. Cool print. Like it. There you go. Slash and Ozzy. Thank you very much. This t-shirt came out quite nicely. This is Pink Floyd from quite a famous photo. There you go. Obviously Gilmour and Waters, Mason and Wright. May rest in peace. There we go. That was from, I think, the 70s. Handsome guy, Gilmour, wasn't he? Back in his youth. Right. A guitarist, another rock and roll tank top. Right. This one's got Kirk Hammett. I like these ones. See, what happens is, it's quite a plain black t-shirt or tank top, as you can see, and the guitarist is in the bottom corner. So it's almost like they're on stage just above your belt line. Cool. They look great. Sell a few of these. That one's Kirk Hammett. I hope I didn't just say Kirk Cobain, that would be embarrassing. It's Kirk Hammett, and actually, I can tell you which guitar that was, although it hasn't, the guitar didn't come out, but it was his, the one with the classic Dracula actor on. I can't remember which one it is actually, I've said that now, I can't remember. Anyway, cool. Kirk Hammett and his wah pedal. Right, oh, it looks like there is a guitar theme probably about to emerge here, because I do, as well as having TEEXB.ONLINE, I do have Guitari, i.e. guitar with a Y on the end, GuitariTees.com, which is specialist guitar t-shirts. So this one is Eric Clapton, I guess from the 80s or 90s, early 90s, maybe probably the late 80s, around the time of, oh no, what was this song that he had, the one quite like, Bad Love, around about the time of that. Oh, excuse me, I just flobbed on that. Oh, another t-shirt. This one's a bit hard to see, this one. I haven't reprinted this one for a friend. Better quality, but it's Prince. There you go. Another one, peace be upon him. No, not that, sorry, what would I say? Rest in peace, not peace be upon him. Poor Prince, although I have read one or two articles that seem to allude to the fact he wasn't such a nice guy in private. Never mind, who knows, I was never around. Sinead O'Connor seems to think that he wasn't there. Right. Land Rover, England, Solihull, Warwickshire. Just great, that was the original badge of Land Rover Defenders when they first came. Riveted, that's a rivet and that's a rivet. Lovely job. In fact, I've reprinted a few of these using, that's white on black, but I have got some silver paint recently and I've redone a few of them. Sold a few. Don't know if you heard about this mythical place, Satwa. Have you heard of it before? Goodness me, that is wrinkled. I don't know, that's quite, there we go. I might have mentioned it a few times. Anyway, this is nice. It just says Satwa, and it's like a sort of Western style. Strange, they call this font on Word Egyptian Tyne. It's not very Egyptian, it's like the sort of frontier, Wild West era sort of stuff. But looks cool. It says Satwa. If you wanted to give Satwa its proper name, it would be Al Satwa, but we'll just stick with Satwa. Oh no. Did anybody watch The Mandalorian? Great TV show. Right. What is it? This is the way. This is the way. The Mandalorian. There you go. That was just simple. I like it. See, it's a bit of vintage fade, bit of cracking. As if it's been around since the 1970s, but of course it hasn't. The Mandalorian. Like it. Great TV show. Well done, Disney, for not totally effing that up. Who's this? Deadwood. Look at that. This is one of my favourite t-shirts. This is Al Swearingen. It's got a little shot of whiskey there. Look at that, he's saying, hey, good luck, all the best, mud in your eye, wish you well. Probably though, he's planning to have you whacked, disappeared. You get Big Dan, he get rid of you. Right, you were a hoople head. This we've seen, last time we saw this is a lovely print, look at that, very perfect almost. When's the last time we saw real Guns N' Roses? 5th of April. Seen it. Just this is a tank top variant. More rock and roll. As long as you've got guns. If you've got puny arms, I wouldn't bother. Right. Kirk Cobain. Look at that with a beautiful. He's got like a Mustang, I think. There he's playing. Great. Look at the way the stripes came out. This is a really good t-shirt. Troubled Soul was. Rest in peace. Oh, dear me. I say rest in peace 3 times already. Oh, how funny is this one? One of my favourites. Of course, at first glance, it's AC/DC. Their classic album, Emblem. But it's not AC/DC, it's ADHD. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. I know quite a bit about that. I haven't been diagnosed with it myself. I've encountered one or two who maybe have been, or should have been at least. And then this is a very simple one. Do you remember COVID? It was one of these things, was around a few years ago. Well, apparently that's what it looked like under a microscope. So I thought I'd put on a t-shirt as a little emblem. Looks better than a green crocodile, doesn't it? Right, that's the next batch. Let's have a look what we've got going on here. We've still got a few more to go, but we shall pause. Well, here we are, back in the room. The light has changed a bit. It is still sunny in Dubai, but we took a bit of a pause from filming. Put some light in there. So to do some printing, because as we know, printing waits for no man. So done some new screens, but we're back here going over one or two of the t-shirts from my, what should we say, black collection. Yes, right. These are all my backs. I'm sure you've been counting up. We've gone for about 25 there, I think, and we've got another fair few to go. This, by the way, hashtag Satwa is one of mine. Of course it is. It's a nice font, this one. Funky Monkey, Punky Monkey, Cyberpunk, Funk Punk. I don't know what the font was, but in any case. Looks alright, doesn't it? Hashtag Satwa. So, we'll have a look at some more of the t-shirts. In fact, we'll finish off the collection of black t-shirts. And don't forget, as guests, if you want to check them out online, TEEXB, TEEXB.ONLINE. Or if you're just more interested in the guitar type t-shirts, guitar-y with a Y, guitar-y, tees with an S.com. And then there's also something like rock and roll t-shirts, or Star Wars t-shirts, all sorts of stuff. I'll put all the links in the description today though. So, thank you, camera lady. Sun's still shining. I think we've got enough light to finish the video okay. Let's get on with it. Whew. Well, this is a nice t-shirt. Vintage Fade. Look at that. Maxon Brewing NBO. NBO being Nairo. Maxon Brewing. A good friend of mine, Kent Maxon, who has not exactly set up a brewing company, but does brew his own beers, and was after a few t-shirts to go with that. I've duly printed him some gratis because he's a very good friend of mine. However, I say that he hasn't got them because they're all still here, even though, believe it or not, I've been to Nairobi for a vacation and I forgot to take them with me. Sorry about that, Kent. Right, however, they will get to them at some point. What's next? Oh, it's another guitar one. Let's have a look. In no particular order. Oh, not exactly a classical guitarist. He is, I'm going to say, he's not exactly a Hendrix or a Clapton, but my lord, Dimebag Darrell could riff hardcore. Look at those cracks. That looks awesome. I like that. So I was going to say, the t-shirts are screen printed. Silk screen printed, although we don't use silk obviously, use organza fabric, which means that they are not perfect. Talking of not perfect, funny I pulled this one out. This is Steve Ray Vaughan SRV, plain as Fender. Yeah, this one didn't come out great, I'm going to be honest. The screen got a bit damaged there. I think probably the printing lotion was a little bit too old. Anyway, he was printed onto a t-shirt, so there you go. Oh look, this one's nice. Now this is a perfect print. Do you know why that is? I don't know why this is in there. This is actually a Levi t-shirt. So, if you do want a perfect print, by all means, go to the global brand leaders, Levi, Wrangler, who else? Ted Baker, Paul Smith, blah blah blah. Do you know what's nice about these prints? In fact, do you know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to put 3 down at once. Aha! Like for example this one. This is the New Zealand All Blacks doing a haka, but I printed it like a double exposure, if you see what I mean. So there is some motion caught within the print. Now to the layman that might look amateurish, but to me, I like it. So, little artistic experiment. But a nice, I like this one. Hacker, that's by the way a gift for a good friend of mine. Greg Campbell. He's from New Zealand. Henceforth, therefore, sorry, he must support the All Blacks. Well, here's one. Simple message. It says rum, not run, like for example you might see on a Nike t-shirt or Adidas. This one says R-U-M, as in the delicious drink made from sugarcane. I prefer my rum dark, like for example Lamb's Navy rum, or well, I like Kraken, but probably my favourite is Captain Morgan. Black spiced. There you go, just in case anybody's interested. Hard Rock Cafe, Satwa. Do you know what's hilarious about this one? Oh, I just laugh to myself sometimes. There is no Hard Rock Cafe in Satwa. Although there should be. There's a Hard Rock Cafe at Festival City. That doesn't quite sound as hardcore as Satwa though, does it? Sorry, Hard Rock Cafe. I'm sure you put an injunction against this video. Copyright infringement. Ah, I think we've already seen this one. Well, we haven't seen this one. We saw a similar one. Do you know what? This ADHD t-shirt was so popular sales-wise, I had to print multiple copies, which is quite rare. And you know what? Here's a nice example. See that cracking? It's imperfect. Sometimes we've just got to be happy that some things are not perfect. To me, that's the beauty of these t-shirts. They look like they've been around for 15 years, but they're not. They're brand new t-shirts, unworn. 100% cotton, by the way. Oh, we haven't seen this one yet. Strictly speaking, not a t-shirt, a tank top. Now we saw Slash and Ozzy Osbourne flicking the birds earlier on, but this is Slash, top hat, curly hair. This is not Ozzy Osbourne. This is Lemmy, the late great. Rest in peace. That's rest in peace count 4 we're up to for this video, and there's more to come, I believe. Very cool. The only problem with this one is you might notice, you see, it needed to be printed about 1 inch or 1.5 inches higher. This is just a bit too low for printing, but hey ho. You spot these things when you've been doing it for a while. My mistake. Still wear it. It just means that Lemmy's flicking the bird around your belly button when it should be a bit higher than that. Right. Now this is a bit hard to make out at first, but I was very happy with this print. The only problem was I didn't use an appropriate screen, so it didn't print, and also my white got a bit dry, so it didn't come through very easily, which is why it's a bit sort of, it's not like a distinct white on black, it's more like grey. But geez, I can't remember the guy's name. Do you know what I did remember when I was doing it? This is the monk who, what's it called, self-immolation, or set himself on fire basically in Saigon, as it then was, because this was before everything like the Vietnam War. I thought it was an anti-war protest, but it wasn't. It was about Buddhists apparently having their rights diminished within Vietnam before any American invasion or anything like that. It's crazy, isn't it? In any case, may even have been Hanoi. I don't want to say. It was probably Saigon though at the time. Anyway, the picture, that's the monk there, the outline of the monk, and then the flames, and there was a car in the background, and there were people, and horrible. Never mind. What a way to go. Certainly something to say, a statement. He said it right. Oh, now the edge. Now will you please turn off that digital delay pedal you've got? Can just imagine Bono saying that to the Edge at some point. It's okay, not a perfect print, but you can tell it's the Edge, and look at that. Ooh, Gibson Explorer, sexy. A guitar, not the Edge, by the way. What's this? Oh, we go four on the go here. Now this was a recent one, printed for a good friend of mine, Chris Hooker. Not a perfect print, but I think he'd be okay with that. It is Mark Knopfler, local hero. Well, he is for me because he's from my hometown, Newcastle. There we go. That'll be going off to Chris at some point. Plant Street. We've seen this one already, so I shall skip that one. That's just a duplicate. I think the one I showed earlier was a better one. So now this is a strange one. It's supposed to be Eddie Van Halen, but it looks more like Rory Gallagher, to be honest. But it's a guitar one. It is Eddie because you've got the Franken Strat, and he's playing Eruption, I believe, from that photograph, and he's got the spotlight behind him. And well, when you look at it, it is Eddie Van Halen. It's not the clearest one, but it is. Right. Do you know what I love about this one? Firstly, this clown lost the election. But secondly, I stole Donald's presidency printed on a t-shirt the day that he lost the presidency, and also I got a Google search, Trump looking sad, and that's the picture I got to put with it. So it was topical. I was able to wear that in the pub the day his presidency was terminated. What are we saying? Cancelled. Well, the day he was voted out of office. There you go. And don't, please, he was. Don't start with this. He should have won. Hendrix, my favourite. Left-handed guitar playing, you'll notice that. You've got a difficult, you say, you might be laughing, of course he's left-handed. Well, remember when you're printing these, you have to, the devil's in the detail. I don't want to print Hendrix playing the guitar right-handed, so you have to figure out which way's the screen got to go. It's an added complication doing guitars and guitarists, trust me. Look at that, the cracking now in the ink. Looks great, like it. There you go. That was one of the first, I think probably the first guitar t-shirt I printed. Well, this is one from my Dubai collection. There you go. The Dubai Shataf Appreciation Society. Founding member, it says there, in a cool font. The Shataf is the bum gun, basically. The hose that, the trigger, after you've been for a sit down on the old commode. Right. Very good, there you go. Dubai Shataf. I do appreciate them. I'm going to appreciate them more as well, by the way, over the next few months, because we're getting to the end of summer, which means that it won't be like firing a laser beam up your butt. It'll be like a nice stream of cool, refreshing water. There's Angus Young. No longer so young. He's still Angus, though. Thrashing the living daylights out of his SG. Good for him. How everybody should play a guitar. Forget finesse and all the rest of it. Just tear it a new one. Oh, dearie me. Well, I had to ask Ryan for this one back, just for the purposes of this video. Although I noticed there's food on the front of it, Ryan. Right, I'm sure it's probably nothing to do with him. Old Bushmills Distillery. This is the original logo from the earlier bottles of Bushmills, and do you know why I did it? County Antrim. Not because I have an affiliation with County Antrim. I don't even think probably I've ever had a Bushmills in my life, but so much Jim Beam, so much Jack, number 7, Never see an old Bushmill Distillery t-shirt until you decide, well, I'll tell you what, I'll print one for myself, which I did, so there you go. Anyway, it's not for myself, it was a gift to Ryan. Shall get it back to him. So, well, probably my favourite guitarist now, let's say. Hendrix slash, it's a toss-up. Although Zach Wilde creeps in there nowadays as well, but there he is, playing his Les Paul Gibson. You can just about make it out. He's got his tuning pegs, fingers, bridge, noodling. I think that's maybe, and playing that little sweeping arpeggio during Sweet Child of Mine. How would I know? Goodness me, what a joke. He must be joking. Could be anything. Could be November Rain outro solo though. That was his finest moment as far as I'm concerned. Well, that and Coma. Oh, now we get on to probably my proudest moment as a t-shirt printer. This is a complicated print. Let me tell you that. This is from the 1970 flyer, Pink Floyd Live at Pompeii. Just want to highlight some of the features of this. Firstly, geez, it was hard to get right. But look at that. Gilmore, Waters, Mason and Wright. You can see them. Look at that. It's so cool. I mean, if I don't say so myself, look at the sort of optic illusion, the cracks in there. It could have been printed in 1970, but it wasn't. It was printed in 2020. Cool t-shirt though. I'll print one of those for Philly if I ever get around to seeing him. We'll see him soon. I'm going to save that one to last, because that's bona fide my favourite t-shirt. Here he is again. Look. The Commander-in-Chief. A simple message. You're sad. Not as in he's sad. It's the sort of thing I could imagine him saying to you if you mean you're sad, you're a sad person. Dump the Trump. So, Z-Vex effect. I bet not that many have even heard of these people. Zachary Vex makes my favourite guitar pedals. He doesn't do much merchandising, so I've had to do it myself. Not for him, just printed a Z-Vex t-shirt that I like to wear. Their effects particularly, and don't snigger at the back, the super duper hard on. Wow, that was a powerful overdrive distortion. Fuzz, in fact. My guitar couldn't handle it, simple as that. Sticking with guitarists, not the best print, I'm going to be honest, but we can make it out. It's Mr. David Gilmour. I know, look at that. We know what he's playing there. Contemplative, maybe learning to fly or something like that. That's got a nice sort of solo in. Lovely. Right, what else is there? Let's go. Right, we've done it straight out of Satwar, I think. I've got 2 or 3 of those. This is nice as well. Look, let's talk about how it's not perfect. You see the cracks. This is from screen printing. They all are, obviously. No transfer printing. That would be stinking cheating. That's rubbish, garbage, absolute garbage. What you want is somebody to actually make a screen and screen print you something. Do you know the beauty of these t-shirts, by the way, is literally I'm making them one at a time. So if you were to buy one of these t-shirts or have one gifted to you, there's every chance you would be the only person in the world with said t-shirt. So this one simply is a TIE fighter pilot. Why a TIE fighter pilot? Stormtrooper. Are they stormtroopers still? Well, a TIE fighter pilot. Don't care if he's a stormtrooper. Why? I'll tell you why. Simple. They were the coolest of the cool in Star Wars. Well, apart from Han Solo. But I mean, Imperial wise, there was the Snowstorm Troopers and then the TIE fighter pilots, and then there was the Death Star operators. But that was it. They were the coolest. The TIE fighters were. Right, everybody knows that. Settle down. Have a look at this one. It's got a bit of fluff on. I've worn this t-shirt on numerous occasions. Look how cracked it is. Love it. It's a huge big lion, and it says LV. No, it doesn't. It says LX. Know your letters. VI. In Roman numeral numbers, that would be 66. That's because this is, instead of having 3 lines, just one enormous lion and 66 on the front. That's my go-to World Cup t-shirt. It certainly is. This is one I printed quite recently. Came out okay. It's better when you wear it, obviously. It says here, I am the sun and the air. And most of you know the way this ends. I am the sun and the air of nothing in particular. How soon is now? By Morrissey. Well, actually, it was by the Smiths. Associate with Morrissey. Wow, actually do. That was probably one of Johnny Marr's finer guitar moments, in my opinion. The slide between 11th and 12th fret sounded so epic. That's all it was. Half a step slide. Murder 1. That should say. It doesn't say it anymore. It's washed off a bit. You might think, this isn't much like Lemmy. There's his Rickenbacker is Wall of Marshalls. Lemmy again. Rest in peace. Oh, we saw that on a tank top. There he is with Slash. We've already seen that one. Oh, and there he is again. I must have printed multiples of this one. Should have taken a few of these out. Oh, that one you can see a bit better even. There you go. That was probably the first. The first print always goes through the cleanest, and then the others afterwards can be a bit, not washed out, but a bit less impressed on the fabric of the t-shirts. Oh, one rest in peace followed by another rest in peace. I don't know how or why, nobody does. Anthony Bourdain, there he is, looking across the bar. I think this was a shot from parts unknown. Difficult one to make out a little bit. There's a bottle of beer. There he is, his nose. He's looking over there at something. Can't remember which episode it was. South America, I think. Wow. What a loss to us all. Sad, sad. Right. Let's keep going. Ah! This is a nice one. If I don't say so myself. If I do say so myself. Now, it's been through the wash a few times, this one. This is one of the ones I like to wear. There's a Vox War. Would you ever know that, though? Left-handed Stratocaster. Peace sign. It's Jimi Hendrix, isn't it? This was from, I want to say Berkeley, California, but I know it wasn't. But now I've put myself on the spot. I can't remember the name of the gig. 1969. He's got his back to the crowd. That's the audience behind him. The floodlights. The shadow here. On stage. Microphone stand. Fuzz face somewhere, I think. All the cables and leads. Awesome. Great photo. Quite happy with the print as well. Most people don't get it immediately, but that's the beauty of some of these. You don't have to, as long as you get it. Yeah, a big afro that day, and there's his face in amongst it. Cool. Nice one. Right, we got some guitar t-shirts here. Let's have a look at this one. Now, this was a recent print. Dave Grohl. Look at that. Rocking Out. I've printed better. I'll print that one again, actually. He's a bit too small, to be honest. That's another thing with that one. However, it has been printed. It is in the collection at the moment. It will be reprinted, though. Resized and reprinted. G, C, F add 9, G. Let ring. G, C with a hammer on. Top E fretted at the third. Oh, it can only be the start of one very well known rock song. I'm sure you know which one it is, so I won't bother telling you. Right. I'll give you a clue though. It's a soaring guitar solo at the end. Mad finish. And it was released in 1989. It's part of the Appetite for Destruction album. This says Snowflake in an amusing snowflake font. As a snowflake is somebody who is, I believe, weak and pathetic. Millennials now they're called, I think. Anyway, I wear my snowflake t-shirt sometimes for a laugh. People do generally laugh at it a little bit. Snowflake. Right, there's Slash in his latter years of his career, bursting through some fog and floodlights behind him, letting shred on his trusty Les Paul. I think that's from his Miles Kennedy and Conspirator days. I think Slash and Miles Kennedy. I think that's like. Here's another guitarist who can't half let rip on a Les Paul when he gets going, although he's got his own range of guitars now. Hair everywhere, big long beard, his eyes, nose, and of course the Zakk Wylde, what's it called? Is it a Target or a Cyclone? I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, his whirlwind kind of paint job. Fantastic guitarist, what a touch. I don't know how he seems to get omitted from every greatest guitarist, 50 guitarists. He should be in the top 10. There's no question. What a beautiful touch he has on his more gentle guitars. Right, this is Rogue Squadron. I like it. It's just a simple one. Rogue Squadron from Star Wars. I guess with the TIE Fighter pilot. Do quite a few Star Wars t-shirts. There's a little bit of demand for them. Rogue Squadron, good movie. Remember that. This is a t-shirt with, again, Angus Young on. There's his SG. The reason it looks so weird is because it was printed from a photograph which had a lot of, they called it screen flare, something like that. Good one though, just about to make it out. It's school uniform days. I don't know if he still does that now. You can even make out, I don't know if you can see that, the Gibson logo on the headstock. Cool! Not a perfect print, it looks nice, cracked a bit. Angus Young. So now we're getting to the last five by the looks of things. Kirk Cobain, again, similar to the previous one, just this time, obviously he is at the bottom of the t-shirt. You can see there. It looks like he's kind of playing a gig, and the rest of the t-shirt's like the infinite night sky. That was the concept. Same for this one. You might notice that he's printed on the opposite side of the t-shirt. I've realised that they look better when they're on the right side of the t-shirt. So you have to actually, when we're looking at them, put them on the left side of the t-shirt. This is an okay print, born from a mistake though. It's actually John Frusciante, the Red Hot Chili Peppers long-term guitarist. And I accidentally printed them, first of all, playing left-handed guitar, and I corrected using the white to right-handed, and I thought put a few extra colours on, a bit of orange and a bit of purple. Turned out looking like that. Looks okay, quite like it really. John Frusciante, heck of a guitarist. GuitarryTees.com, don't forget that please. This is On the Homeless, t-shirt number 2 for one of my favourite guitarists of all time, Tom Morello. Look at that. He's obviously letting the effects do a job for him here. He's got his On the Homeless and his Make America Great Again. I think he's weighing that for comedic value. 2 big floodlights coming down the back there. Great picture. It's come out okay. There's old rocking guitar with all the strings hanging off it and stuff like that. So, Tom Morello, thank you very much. Right, last 2 t-shirts. Not even t-shirts because this one's a tank top. This is, oh, I've seen this one. Sons of Saturn, Sons of Anarchy. Alataba Villas, not Plant Street. Not this one. Oh, look at that. I did that myself. I cut the sleeves off to make it into a tank top. Alataba Villas was a villa compound that we used to live in when we were in Satwar. It was a bit anarchic at times as well. One of my favourites. Right. The last black tee is unquestioned. It's not actually the last one I printed, but it's the last one for today because the others I can't find. You'll be pleased to hear. Probably my favourite tee. Look at it, it's cracked. It looks. Well, I only printed this one about 6 months ago. It's Slash sitting on a Marshall stack. What's not to love about that? Brick wall in the background. Great picture. Great cracking. It's not perfect, but to me it is. That's my sign-off t-shirt. Isn't it weird, eh? You're all connected. By the way, if you want to check the t-shirts out online, you could go to TEEXB. Should probably have something in front of me when I say TEEXB. TEEXB.online. All the rock and roll t-shirts are there. All the guitar t-shirts, statement t-shirts, sports t-shirts, Dubai t-shirts, Star Wars t-shirts. And by the way, there are other websites. This is, sounds, I can't actually remember what they are. I think starwarstees.co.uk maybe is one of them. But they'll be in the description. Okay, right. Well, that wraps that. It has been a pleasure from myself and from the man in the top hat. It's time for us to say Sayonara. Look at all those t-shirts though. Look at them. There must be 50 at least. Do we even count them up? That was the whole point of doing the video. Right. It has been a pleasure. Bye-bye.